Welcome to the Timo Tolkki Podcast. What the hell episode are we up to? 10? I don't even know now. 11.
Destiny. Yeah, I have
Destiny.
my fucking idea. Yeah.
Well, how many albums they had since Destiny? I don't know. It doesn't matter. But we're up to Destiny.
Many.
Very many albums.
Yeah.
Destiny. This is probably... I mean, I know Visions is like one of my favorite Stradivarius albums, but I believe Destiny is probably my favorite Stradivarius album.
Ah, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think so. I was listening to this
It's a dark one. It's a bit...
And that's why I think I like it, because it's dark. It's not power metal. It's
dark.
It's like your Black Album in a way.
Yeah, more melodic though. But
yeah,
I was bad time in my
yeah.
life. It's a divorce album. What can I say?
Yeah, that's what you mentioned.
It's all yeah, exactly. It's all over the place. So yeah, when I when the time came to write this album, it was like we played, I think, Gods of Metal where Pantera was, and they cut our set short, and Jens Johansson stole the beer of Phil Anselmo.
Wait, who? What did you just say?
Like Jens Johansson stole the beer of Phil Anselmo.
Oh, really? Really?
Yeah, and I met Dimebag. I met Vinnie Paul. Vinnie Paul was in the clan. Like he like offered me a beer. It was like with his Stetson in the bar. I was asking about his sound, like toms, and he told me it's all samples except.
Really?
And then we did the set, and like in the middle of Black Time, suddenly everything was cut off.
And why was that?
We heard from the walkie-talkie of the stage manager, from the Pantera's manager, saying infamous words, "Cut these sons of bitches off." Yeah.
All because he stole Phil's beer?
We were too good, man. We were too good.
You were upstage in Pantera.
So I broke my guitar. I was like, blah. Yeah, I like smashed my guitar, and like after the set, we went to the side of the festival area to give autographs, and Pantera was playing, and everybody came.
Yeah.
Suddenly there was nobody in front of the stage from Pantera, and it was 2 minutes at the car, guys. We have to get you out. Yeah.
Wow.
We talked to the guys after the show, and they were really like apologetic. They said, "We're sorry. It's not up to us. It's our management."
Yeah.
Yeah. And then when I heard Dimebag was shot, I was like, no, once again, like, the fuck? What does it mean? Yeah.
How much longer was that after you saw him?
Oh, it was 10 years.
That's right. Yeah, it was pretty long ago. Yeah.
It was like 99. The Gods of Metal was like 99. We played 98 and 99. Two shows. It's like 50,000 people.
Wow.
Yeah. Fucking big here. In Milan. Palindrome. Fucking amazing. It's in YouTube. You can see.
Oh, is it? I'll have to look.
So, yeah. Then I was really like motivated to start writing for the songs. My marriage was breaking up, so I told my wife and my kid, like, can you go away for a couple of weeks because I really have to write the songs. And at the same time, I was investigating my father's suicide. I ordered all the documents, like, autopsy reports and photos and everything. Oh, and wow. That really like correlated to songs. The first song I really remember was like I couldn't sleep because I don't sleep anywhere, but I was like 4 a.m, like Venus in the morning. I saw the Venus, and I'm like, fuck, I had to write a song like Venus in the morning. This is Venus in the morning. I saw the pink planet. So I was like, like with the keyboard, because at that time, Black Diamond, yeah.
Connection's bad again. I'm sorry, everybody. The connection is very bad. Yeah.
I hear you okay, actually.
Yeah. Well, hopefully it comes out okay on the recording.
Yeah.
But for me, it's bad.
Yeah, but I took some sound. I wrote the first song was like Venus in the morning, like at 4 a.m. I'm gazing at sky with billions of stars. Where are you now, alone, just like me, and Venus in the morning? And that's like sort of gave me the like feeling how this album could really be. And the Destiny melody, I wrote like when I was 12.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah, that's when my father killed himself. I wrote this with a organ. We had organ in our home. Like, I wrote this.
Oh, wow.
And I was singing in cantores minores, like Finnish, like Helsinki boy choir, classical stuff. And so I wanted to invite the guys from the choir to the Finvox to record the Destiny and SOS and all. And there was like 3 or 4 guys came and really fucking nervous. But we did it, and but it's really divorce album, like 4,000 Rainy Nights.
Right.
Originally got 3,000 Rainy Nights.
Oh, why'd you change it?
Because Timo couldn't pronounce 3. He was like 3. 3,000. Timo is not 3. 3. Man, I tried. So fuck, let's make it 4. Who gives a fuck? 1,000 more. Because I was like trying to count my relationship days, and I came up with the figure like 9,000 or whatever. I was like 3,000 nights.
Yeah.
So I thought like originally it was called 3,000 Rainy Nights, but then Timo couldn't pronounce it. And 4 is better because 4 is like more more percussive. So.
Right. Yeah.
It's one of my favorite Stratos songs. I saw them in April in Helsinki, and they played this song. I was like,
oh, really?
Really, yeah, it was really nice.
Yeah, that's a cool song.
I thanked Timo. I said, Timo, thank you for playing this, man. Really thanks. And he was like, yeah, no problem, man.
Now, I'm listening to it today, and I'm thinking, have you ever had any issue with Queensryche because of their Another Rainy Night? Sounds very similar.
Yeah, it's a bit similar, but it's a similar like the topic is similar, but I don't think the songs are really that similar.
No, but the chorus section's a little similar.
Yeah, a little. Yeah. No, I never had any problem, even with the like 0303, which is obvious, like plagiarizing. But 4,000 Rainy Nights is so obvious. It's not so obvious. It's more like. Okay, the vibe is there, similar vibe, but it's not really 1-to-1 03.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, as I was listening to it, I'm like, wow, this just reminds me so much of that song.
Yeah. It has very similar vibe, I have to admit.
Yeah. Now, you opened this album with a very long song. Destiny. Yeah. Now on the last episode I said SOS was my favorite song. It is one of my favorite songs, but Destiny I think is my favorite Stradivarius song.
Yeah.
Usually you don't start an album off with a long song like that. Why'd you pick that to start the album off?
It just seemed to be the right move because it's like the key to the album really. It's like there's so many parts in it. Like I felt like really, because I wrote the main theme when I was 12, after my daddy died. I was like, really like the lyrics. Okay, the lyrics. It's funny because in the booklet it says no one can't escape the destiny, but it should be no one can escape.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. That makes more sense.
No one can't escape, which is like, he's singing no one can't escape. So it's like weird. And I remember some of the lyrics we didn't really check them out with the native English speaking person. So there's some like stuff, grammatic mistakes and stuff.
Right, well, that's understandable.
But I don't care because the album is, I think, you have to understand that this is an album between Visions and Infinite. So, always was like up and down. So this was like more down, more dark.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, there's No Turning Back. There's No Turning Back is more positive.
It's probably the most positive song on the album.
Yeah, but it's really like, for me, very depressive album, because after that I got divorced second time.
Yeah. Whose fault was that? Yours or hers?
It's every time my fault. It's always my fault.
What a surprise.
What a surprise, yeah. But at least I'm admitting it, man. I'm not like trying to tell lies or something. I'm saying it as it was.
Yeah.
And you learn these things, so, you know, when you're 53, you really learn stuff, and you don't repeat anymore.
Right.
I went to therapy for 7 years. I paid a lot of money to find out the things about my character, how I act in everyday life situations. I learned a lot.
Yeah. Now, you said this is when you did the investigation for your father. What led you to do that?
Yeah. Because I always wanted to find out what really happened, because my mother never talked about it. So I was like, I really have to know, because there were so many questions about why and how and, you know, where, and so I needed to really find. Boy, I did.
Yeah.
And that sent me like to psychotic episode for like many years. And that's when I entered the therapy and the healing started. But it was scary, man.
Yeah. No, this connection is terrible. Well, I apologize for the connection. Oh, there you go. All right, we're back. The connection is terrible. What did we just leave off at?
Yeah, the investigation of the suicide.
All right. Yeah.
It was like the 10th of March, 78, was like going to the school in the morning. My father moved because they got divorced, and he moved like you don't have kilometers, but really close to where I was living with my brother and my mother. And he had like visiting rights for like every Saturday, but we got only one time there, and then he killed him.
Yeah. Wow.
And in this particular morning, because I had my route to the school, which was never under his window, but I fucking still remember I had a thought, go different, go up. So I went and I saw him, you know, 4th floor. But he never saw me. And I still remember I had a thought like, Timo, go, ring the bell. Something's going to happen. Went to the school after the one class, came to the break.
This connection. Damn it. There we go. You're back now. You went to the school.
Normal. Yeah, you know, after like one class, I came back had a break, and everybody ran to his house, and I saw police cars and ambulance coming, and I just knew what had happened, sort of. And you know, I went because there were like 2 schools, and the other one was like down exactly below his like house, and I saw the balcony was completely in blood. It's like white balcony, but really red and bad.
All right.
I ran home, and after that, man, I ran like fucking 20 years. No.
Yeah.
Before I went to therapy. Then I went to therapy, and I started learning about my character and stuff. But those days were really dark. And the Destiny album sort of like, I would say, correlates to these times. You know? The songs are like...
It reflects to your life at that moment. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. And the cover is like amazing because it was like some Italian guy who owned a Ferrari shop in Helsinki.
I was going to ask about that.
That's one. Yeah. So he like 3 paintings, and a guy of Carmela, the producer and son guy, doing covers. So we gave it to him, and he put this together for like 3 paintings, and it's really like my second wife.
Really?
The woman. Yeah. Exactly, like the same nose and everything. So. It's really weird. Really weird. Yeah.
Who's the guy screaming?
We call it like suffering man.
Yeah, who is he? He's just a random guy.
It's one of the paintings from the Italian guy.
Oh, so you like intertwine some of them.
Yeah, they put it like inside of the head.
Yeah.
Suffering Man called it.
Your second wife, that's the one where your daughter, that your Nina's mother?
Anna Maria. Yeah.
All right. So, how was the recording of Destiny? I mean, you do anything different on this one? Well, obviously, because it's a lot darker, it's a little bit heavier. But
no, it's like, the material was heavier, but the actual recording process was the same from episode and visions in Finvox, everything in Finvox.
Yeah. Used the same.
I think because it was the same, everybody was Carmela on the same team, so we knew really each other, so it was even less time we used. I think Jörg Michael played the whole fucking album in one day.
Really?
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
Well, there's not so much fast stuff on this one, so it's kind of probably a little bit easier for him to get through.
No. Yeah, but for Jörg, like the problem is exactly the stuff that's not double bass.
Yeah, that's true.
He was struggling with the rhythms and stuff. So we used maybe 10 days. No, actually, he did in one day this album.
Yeah.
One day.
Wow.
Yeah.
Whose idea was the broken glass thing on SOS? I always loved that part of the song. Something so stupid, but.
I stole it from Gary Moore's song, like Out in the Fields.
Oh, okay.
It's like
let's
put it there.
So you steal music, and now you steal sounds as well.
Yeah, of course. Sometimes, yeah. I was just like bottle. I remember the Japanese were like really enthusiastic about the intro. Like they said, SOS like this, Timo, this is good.
Yeah, no, it's cool. It really is. It adds something to the song. It's just cool.
Yeah.
I remember my question now. Did the band have any issues because you went from Visions, which is more power metal, to this album, which is more dark? Did the band really have any like issues with like the style change?
No. I think it was the same. The drum was really fast. Everybody was really like into the process.
Yeah.
I think Jens was recording again his keyboards in his flat somewhere in Helsinki.
Mm.
Yeah. So, but I remember that the recording process was easy.
Yeah.
So yeah. At this point, you have to understand we were really tight.
No, yeah.
Many world tours, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So it was no problem.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I love Destiny. It's one of my favorite albums.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some fans. I talked to some of your fans, and some of them, they like this album as well. But Francesco is not one of his favorites. But I don't see why not. I mean, I love this album. The only song that I'm not really crazy about is the first one that you mentioned, is Venus in the Morning. It's a little too slow for me. I don't mind slow songs, but it's all right.
That's the first song I wrote, so
yeah.
It's one of the songs for my daddy, like Forever is for him. 4,000 years go by.
Yeah, that song holds meaning for you. So
yeah.
So of course you're gonna like that song.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Anything else? How was the tour for this album? Did this do better than Visions did? This album?
Yeah.
It charted higher.
Actually, to say about the tour was. I remember we went to Istanbul, Turkey.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So we went to I still remember with no sound check, and the fucking Spinal Tap, man. They took us to the fucking. It was really amazing, like corridors and like stairs, and finally we were on the stage, and the stage was fucking small, and there was like a pillar in the middle of the stage, and like the stage drinks were vodka, like 5 bottles of vodka. So I got drunk, and then after the show we went to the disco, and there was a band playing, and I went with Jens and Jari. and we played some Strata stuff, and somebody gave me a Stratocaster. I still remember I broke the strings. Like, fuck, thank you. Well, I was so drunk, but he was okay with it. So.
Yeah.
About Istanbul, and Ankara, Turkey for the first time at 2 or 3 shows.
What was that? The connection again?
So,
connection.
In Istanbul and Ankara.
Wi-Fi, I hate you.
Shows. I have normal Wi-Fi.
I know you do. I don't know what the fuck's going on. It's Skype. Fuck you, Skype.
In Turkey we played like a couple of shows, and in Russia too.
Yeah. Was there a favorite? Was there a favorite spot that you liked on this tour? That you
South America, always South America.
Why is it South America? Because like a lot of live albums are released from South America.
Yeah.
Why does that seem to be like the spot?
It's the people there. Like, they are so into it, and they show it too, and they sing. And we play 6 people in Sao Paulo, in Biapuna. And we recorded the show, but again, we couldn't use it because the vocals were not like really good. So we have recorded 3 shows for DVD, but never happened. So you know,
that reminds me. Just kind of brings it back a little bit. But the Visions in Europe album, now that was recorded live. Was there anything? Did you go back and fix anything on that album?
No,
like some bands do.
It's all live. No, it's all live.
Yeah.
Everything is live, and I was like fucking drunk. I had like 12 beers before the show. So what you hear me is like fucking drunk, but there's only one mistake, and that's like when I broke the string in Will the Sunrise. You get like ping, like 3 seconds. There's no guitar. I rehearsed this with my roadie in Germany. So we had the moves. So he told me, when you break the string, toss me the guitar. He gives you back 3 seconds. And I wanted to keep it on the record. So in Build the Sunrise, 3 seconds break. That's why I broke the fucking
I have to
keys.
listen. I haven't heard that in a while, so I'll have to listen. Check it out.
It's really good, actually, because it was sold out in Athens.
Really?
I was 2,500 Greeks. And fuck, man, it was like maybe the loudest crowd I've never heard. Was fucking, I mean, we couldn't hear. It was like the Beatles. But like, fuck, we can't hear any. But let's play. And we were recording. We knew we were recording. So like, we were like, fuck. I mean, so but everything is like, nothing is prepared. So everything is like, at some point, because I was so mad to call like all that everything. He really sings this good live at that time.
He really sings.
I heard. I had that now he has like problems sometimes.
Well, he's getting older now.
We all are.
Yeah, not me. I'm young.
Yeah,
got a long life ahead of me.
I know. Yeah, we all. I hope we all have.
Yeah, we'll be alright.
Yeah.
Did Jens do anything crazy on this tour, or is he starting to calm down?
He did the same shit. I mean, he had the gas horn and the puppet.
What?
He always had like gas horn, like and hand puppets. Yeah.
And what would he do with that?
Just fucked around with people. Annoyed them. So I don't remember anything like different from what he did before. But
well, nothing. He didn't do one up on this tour. Do something better.
No. He didn't. No, I think he didn't do it like that stuff. No.
Oh, and by the way, I tried to get Alex Holsworth on the show, and his schedule is really bad. You announced it yesterday. I was going to have him on the show, and then I was like, wait, I didn't. Yeah, you said yesterday.
Okay.
So if anybody's watching the show, he's not going to be on. I will try to work something out with him. He's very busy.
Okay.
Yeah. But
yeah.
Anything else we can discuss on Destiny before we head to the questions?
I think.
Was there any songs left off? Any songs like left off that you wanted to use for the album?
No, never. But
because there was some bonus track.
Yeah, exactly. Dream with Me, Timo.
Oh, what I have on here.
Really very touching. Dream with Me is like Timo wrote it to me because I was struggling with my marriage and he saw the pain, so he wrote a song about that.
I never even heard that one. The bonus track I have on here is Cold Winter Nights.
Is Dream with Me on the album?
No. Dream. I think
it's
you just made it up.
Track too. No, I think it's Japanese or whatever. Because we thought there's always a Japanese bonus track, but we thought, what the fuck do the Japanese always have to have a bonus track? So we thought we give Europe as well bonus track.
Dream with Me is on the remastered version. The remastered version has Dream with Me and Blackout.
Yeah. I remember.
Do you remember Blackout?
Yeah, Blackout was like, because I know the guys from Scorpions. I know Klaus. Like very good
that's yeah. I don't know. I you know what? I heard that before too, and I didn't even catch on to that was the cover.
Yeah. Yeah. So we wanted to do something. Blackout was when I was like 18 or something. It was really important for me. And the guitar playing of Matthias Japs also, but not like Blackmore, Yngwie, or Randy Rhoads or Gary Moore. He was more like, he's more like, I don't know actually what he is. Something.
This is one of your bonus tracks off the album I have. You ever hear this?
The fuck, I never heard this.
Somebody sent me this before. They wanted to get your reaction. It's Romeo Acino from Italy. He plays the accordion.
Okay. I don't know. Everybody has their preferences, I guess.
Do you ever? Would you ever consider using an accordion on one of your albums?
I did in Fantasia from Elements.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I think now yes, you did.
There is an accordion. Yeah. There's an accordion solo.
There you go.
That's the only one.
That's right. It's been a while since I heard that album, so I can't remember everything.
Well, it's like in a couple of months.
Yeah. A couple of months, a couple of weeks. We got. What do we have next? Infinity.
Infinity.
And what? And then that's after that, right?
Elements.
And then Elements 1 and 2.
Yeah.
And then you're gone. And then we work on your solo.
The Black Album. Yeah.
Oh, that's right. The Black Album. Yeah, that's right. I thought the Black.
Yeah, the Black Album was there.
It was Elements then Black Album.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was there.
Yeah. Huh. It was, I think 2005 the Black Album. Okay. Elements 2003.
Yeah.
All
right. Well, question time. You ready?
Yeah.
All right. Again, I can't pronounce half these people's names, so just bear with me, everybody. I'm going to assume your name is Bart Rosehog. I don't know.
Okay.
He loves the podcast, and he says we're doing a great job. Keep talking with Timo. Going to each podcast because he seems more you seem more talkative some days than others, which of course sometimes we do this late at night, so
Yeah.
His question is: in the golden era, was it all joy and bliss between you guys in the band, or was there tensions going on that ultimately led to the end of the classic lineup?
In those days, no tensions, man. All the tours and recordings were fucking perfect. So the tension started after the Black Album. Before that, nothing, man. Nothing.
Yeah. Well, didn't the tension start kind of before the Black Album?
Were like well, in the process of the Black Album, because of the stunt and everything, it was like I lost the trust of Timo, and Timo was the key, actually. He really didn't want to do it. So it was bad, Yeah. But eventually it led to the place where we went to the separate ways. But that was the benefit for the both of us,
Right.
Because I really thought, like, what the fuck can you do? where can you go? Like you go back to Black Diamond or something? Like, no, man. It's like, because every band has their life expectancy.
Right, yeah.
It was very natural. People don't get it, but we were not really bad. We were really honest. We said, okay, this doesn't work. So what can we do? And say, okay, let's, you do your stuff and I do my stuff and I give you the name. But of course, after you spend like 25 years in marriage too, it's not easy to walk away. You get all kinds of feelings,
Right, of course, yeah.
Beaten, envious and stuff. So I spent like almost 10 years, maybe 5 years. Then I got more mellowed. I was like, let them do whatever they want. And to this day, I really like Polaris. But at that time, I was like, that's too close, man. It's like fucking Tolkki. now I see the not Tolkki is really like opening for them, and it's like bridge to the new stuff for them.
Yeah.
And to this day, today, I'm proud to say that we are friends. So
yeah, that's good. What do you think of the Unbreakable album? That was completely different from anything you've done with them in the band or they've done, and they actually did that album and then continue with that sound. But
I don't know. I didn't hear so much, but I told Matthias, the guitar player, fucking man, this Unbreakable is so good song. It's like catchy. It's like simple. It's like really, really good. And the way Timo sings it, it's like when I heard it, I was proud. I was like, fuck. These are my guys.
Yeah.
And to this day, I'm proud of the guys, and I wish them only the best.
Yeah.
From bottom of my heart,
Yeah.
That's all I really wish. Really.
Well, and you wish to do a tour as well with them.
Who?
With Stradivarius. Yeah. Oh, come on, you Wi-Fi, you ballbuster. Fuck.
My Wi-Fi is normal.
I know. It's just Skype something fucking up with it. Anyway, question 2. I'm a huge fan of most of your work, so don't take this question I'm about to say as criticism. Oh boy. Here we go.
Okay.
Are you good at dealing with criticism? Not just the musical criticism, but also personal criticism. I mean, you got a lot of that on your Facebook page, and I agree that a lot of it is from assholes and not logical, constructive criticism. Yeah. But sometimes there may come some harsh but well-meant words from fans that really care about you. How do you deal with that?
Well, at the end of the day, you have to know yourself, and you have to know your place in life, and everything falls back with this notion. If I would look at my Facebook and really like read the comments and all the stuff, I would go crazy. So I don't listen to them, man, because it's obvious that they are there to hurt. So and I don't have forces to block everybody. So I'm like, people send me like block this and block that, but fuck it. Yeah. Because even in the ecosystem, the bacteria has its place.
Well, I didn't know you did change your Facebook to private, I believe, right? Or friends only or something?
Well, I know. The posts are like friends only.
Yeah, which is smart.
Somebody suggested that. So it's less assholes.
Yeah.
But you have to understand that here in Prague, I'm like fucking Michael Jackson.
Right, yeah.
If I go out and buy a Coke, there's immediately some paparazzi taking photos.
Just don't hang any babies out the window.
No, but not only they're right, but they invent so. And,
right, of course.
And I can't do anything about it. It's like, you can sue. It doesn't make any sense because it takes years. So and they know it. So the only thing that you can really do is to like find the best of them and like unite. With them,
right.
Because otherwise they're gonna write shit.
Right, exactly. They're gonna do what they want. So.
Yeah, but at the same time I have to say that I don't read the stuff, so I don't know. But when I go to the centrum of Prague, I know everybody's staring at me. Some are like
your face look like that. That's funny.
So I became like a really famous guy. So here.
Well, that's good. Wish it was for something better, though.
I
write tons of shit to you on Facebook. Never take anything I write personally, please.
No.
I think before I wrote, because you wrote, somebody must have told you about you're big in some country or whatever, and then I wrote something
Syria.
like Syria, something like that, and then I said
Algeria.
yeah, you have a big fan base in Uranus.
I hope. Yeah, I think so. I have to be. Uranus.
All right.
I like the humor, so.
Yes. Third question from him is, tell us your top 3 best experiences with your time in Stradivarius, if you have 3.
The first must be when I joined the band in 94.
Mm.
Was like I suddenly saying that okay, we have gig in Denmark in 5 days. I'm like, okay, and we don't have a guitar player because he didn't want to go. I'm like, okay, so send me the songs, and he got this tape cassette. I learned all the songs in 2 days. We had 1 rehearsal, and we flew to. Not flew, we flew. No, we went by boat to Stockholm, and then by train and stuff. All boat. This fucking long trip, and it was winter, and we were like. So I had my Stratocaster and fucking stolen. It was stolen from the backstage.
Wow.
So I came back with an empty case. That's what I remember.
Ah, that sucks.
Yeah, and the second one must be when I was mixing the Headhunter in Germany and in Europe, where Jörg was playing. So I could see because the guy was like, he was dressing like a little bit like baseball player. He was like black paint under the eyes and stuff. He was really blonde. And he's not blonde, he's like light brown. But at that time he was blonde. So this fucking guy knows how to play.
Oh, yeah.
So after the tour, I called him. I said, you want to join the band, Stradivarius? So he was like, okay, let me hear the demos. I sent the episode. Demos, we had like 4 or 5 songs. Speed of Light, Season of Change, Uncertainty was one. It was like 5 or 6 songs. And same with Jens. So, but this is Destiny. So,
yeah.
And Destiny was like the recording sessions were very similar to Visions, but it took a little bit more time because of mental state of mind.
Yeah.
So, because it's really a divorce album. You know.
What about your third favorite experience? Can't think of.
Well, that would be like any show in like maybe one show in Rio. The first show of ever Stradivarius in Recife in Brazil. We were booked like it was like a festival, and we were booked like 1 a.m. But we go to the hotel and we see that there's no fucking stage. Like hammering stuff. Well, fuck, they're building a stage. So we were scheduled to be at 1 a.m., but we ended up at 5, which is normal in Brazil.
Wow.
And I remember playing Will the Sunrise when the fucking sun was going up.
Oh, yeah. Yep. I think you mentioned this on the last episode.
Yeah. So that's one of the highlights. But maybe better that was like 2006 in Caracas in Venezuela. Was like only show in Venezuela. I remember we were landing by the plane, and like 5 minutes before us was like fucking huge thunderstorm. We saw it on the plane, like, so we were like, fuck, we were just cleared. We landed and then started fucking heavy rain. For 5 minutes more, and we'll be like in the middle of a fucking storm. We went to the hotel, which was like Hilton, Caracas, and AC Greffine, the tour manager, he said, because it was fucking raining the whole day, and she said, maybe we have to cancel because there's no way we can go there. And like 3 or 4 p.m., the rain suddenly stopped. So we go with the roadies, and we see 6,000 fucking people, like, Sato, bars, like fucking Nazis.
Wow.
We felt like Germany, you know.
Yeah.
And to this day, this Caracas show is one of maybe top 3 of my whole career.
Wow.
Yeah. And no sound check. Everybody was singing. Everybody. It was really, really nice 2 hours.
Wow.
I remember that. Yeah.
What's the worst experience you had on a tour? There's like one that's like was like really terrible.
Yeah, we like Symphonia 2010 with Andre.
Oh, what happened?
We booked a tour and it was like varying from 80 people to 250.
Really?
Yeah, and this is not the way, man. Really. So we played in Paraguay, we played in Buenos Aires, we played in Santiago, we played in Brazil. So we ended up like to Brazil, in a place called Blackmore's Pub. Mm-hmm. And it's like fucking 100 people. We used to play with Strata with Via Funchal to like 5,000 people. So I said to Andre, this is really what you want? And he said, Timo, I don't know what happened. I think we got along, we were like too fast because, we were hoping people would hear the record and listen to the interview. But I think we were booking too quickly the tour. The tour was booked too quickly.
Yeah. Nobody heard it.
Nobody there. No.
Wow.
And Andre Matos was, as he was tour professional, so he was delivering all his parts. And, sadly, he's gone now. So there will never be another Symphonia. But I'm thankful for Andre to make this one album because I still think it's a really, really good power metal record.
Yeah. Yes, it is. Another question from this guy, Francesco Cavici. Freaking Italian guy.
I got the mail as well.
Did you read his email?
Yeah, I think so. He's a bass player.
Yeah, he's the one with the sissy pink bass.
Yes, exactly. I did read it.
Yeah. All right, good.
I didn't answer so far.
Yeah, don't answer him back.
Okay.
All right, so he says maybe in the Destiny podcast you could ask Timo if he has ever encountered the Reaper on stage. Has he ever seen people die during Stradivarius gigs or any show? Really?
No. I saw many girls and guys in the front row in the festivals getting really bad state, but thankfully I never saw anybody die. Wait. No, I don't think. Never. No.
He did. He was telling me. He was telling me a bad story because he plays at places and oh man, I can't remember the story exactly, but some guy, some older guy came up or whatever, and all of a sudden he had a heart attack right in the middle of the like a dance thing that he was playing at.
Really?
Yeah. He said it was terrible. Then he told me another funny story about something else, and that was funny too. But all right.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, he's got some crazy story. You should actually talk to him because he is a very nice guy. You can answer him back. I'll let you answer him back.
With the pink bass.
Pink bass, yeah.
Okay.
And he kind of looks like you too. He sent me a picture the other day. Kind of has a little bit of a resemblance, yeah.
Oh, poor him. I would like to look at me.
I know. I gotta look at you stuck on my screen here. I hope I can.
Yeah. It's like 3 years already. So fucking.
Well, I don't know what happened to the video. Like the video got all screwed up, but I can hear you fine. All right. Another question from Niemand asked. I don't know what that means, but anyway, silly question. Okay. What's your favorite song of yours? Do you have a favorite song that you like out of all the songs that you did?
It varies from day to day. Today it's Infinity.
Yeah.
Infinity.
Why is that?
Because it's like we had the choir and we had like strings and like fucking powerful rhythm, powerful lyrics. I just remember Infinity album was really positive for me. So I got out from the divorce and like cleaned. I helped my wife for many years and we became friends. But it was just the end of the road, man. And I wrote about my feelings. So, but one like incident I can't say, but it varies. One song I can't say because it's like 250 songs.
Yeah, of course. Do you prefer fast songs or slower songs, or you don't care? You just like whatever.
I prefer ballads.
Really?
Those are like for me the coolest. Yeah, but also of course in a power metal concert, you have to love the double bass, the power of that. So yeah. I just wrote a song called Sonata Black.
Song of the Black? Is that what you said?
Sonata Black.
Oh, Sonata. Oh, okay, Sonata Black. All right.
Sonata Black. It's like double kick, really fast and really high vocals. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah.
His second question is: in contrast, what's your worst song? And if it's so bad, why did you release it?
Yeah, I think it was 03. That's the worst. That has to be.
What is that on?
I feel like really, it's like the fourth dimension.
Oh, okay.
It's the Queensrÿche people. So.
Oh yes.
Yeah, so I was like, because I knew that it's like a plagiarism. So at the same time, I was like, I don't know why I did it actually. But after that, I didn't do stuff like that anymore. But this is the most embarrassing, I think.
Yeah.
It was so fucking obvious.
Right. It's too funny.
Yeah.
Another question. Tell me about Intermission's cover. Is it a combination of the previous 5 albums cover? It's rather cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a
Rix. Yeah. I think Rix did it. He did Infinity and Elements.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is that there's the angel with tits.
Right, yes.
If you look
that seems to be a big thing back then.
But it still is. I saw many girls who said, why the fuck?
Well, it always is, but I'm saying with the album covers, usually that kind of stuff wouldn't be on album covers, and then all of a sudden, like at that period of time, everybody had them like that.
Right. Yeah, but I was like, I didn't even know, man. I didn't even know. I never looked at the cover in this way. So, but somebody told me, some girl, like, how can you put tits? It's angel. I was, yeah, there really is. But who doesn't like tits? So,
right, exactly.
I have no problem with tits. So if somebody has problem with tits, it's not my problem. But I have to say that this was completely the idea of Derek Riggs. So nobody in the band was participating with tits. Yeah, it's there, so I can't deny it. But it's not the band; it's Derek.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Another question from another person. I think he told me his name is Lenny. I think this is that guy. What do you think is Stradivarius's most successful song? Is it High and Low? Hunting High and Low.
Black Diamond. Black Diamond.
Really?
Yeah. Without a shadow of a doubt, Black Diamond.
You think that's bigger than Hunting High and Low?
Yes. It's like all over the world, the Strata bands, cover bands. Fuck man. It's like, because it's simple, it's classic, the melody, so it's very close to this song called Dangerous, which I wrote to Strata, but they didn't take it, so I did it myself. It's going to be a single.
On your new one, right?
Yeah, it's going to be a single and video. So.
Very cool.
I think it's a great song, but I don't know why they didn't take it. But I guess they have more material of their own. So.
Probably,
yeah.
Another question from Capo Lito. How did Timo... Oh, should I answer? Should we ask this question or not?
I answer.
All right. Because I can say, fuck it. Fuck him.
No, it's okay.
How did Timo find Jari you know who he is. Kanuli. Yeah, how did you get him to be in Stradivarius? By the way, best bassist in Finland, in my opinion.
How I got Jari to the band?
Yeah. Jari.
He was playing in a band which was like mutual friends band. And I saw them on stage, and I needed a bass player because another Jari Behm, he never played on any records. He was just a couple of shows. He was more like a jazz guy. He was always like trying to get him away from the jazz. Like, you can't do slap bass in my song, man. But he did it. I was like, fuck, man, no, man. It's like, and then Jari came for Dream Space, actually. So he played like 4 or 5 songs in Dreams Place, and other things I did. But then Fourth Dimension was the first.
Yeah.
And Destiny is really masterwork, and Elements is his best work in bass. It's fucking all over the place.
Yeah. What band was he in?
One was called Mess.
Mess, that's it?
Yeah, Mess. Yeah.
Oh, Mass. M-A-S-S?
Yeah, Mess. Like, M-E-S-S. Local bands.
I've heard of them. I think I've heard of them.
Yeah.
Unless it's a totally different band.
Yeah. It's like hard rock.
Okay. Patrick Hayter. That's an easy one. Thank God. Somebody with an American name. Well,
that's a guy from Austria.
Yeah, whatever you just said. I don't know.
Vienna.
Why has Timo never made a guitar instructional video? Good question. What are you waiting for?
Well, I did stuff in Japan, but nobody was like approaching me, and maybe I could do one, but I don't know if I have stuff to give, because the way I play solos on the guitar is like, I don't know, man. It's hard to teach. So because I sometimes most of the times I don't know even the scales what I play.
Really?
Yeah, I just sort of the fingers go wherever they need to go, and 95% of my solos are improvised.
Yeah.
All like Black Diamond, middle parts and stuff like that are composed, but most, if all solos are improvised. And then for the tour, I had to learn them, my own stuff.
That was actually another question Francesco asked me, because he noticed one of the solos, I forget which it was, but it was different than it was on the album. So I guess there's your reason. You always do different stuff anyway. Improvise.
I try to do most of the solos I try to do the same, but some of them are fucking impossible.
Right, yeah.
And you just doodle and you play whatever you can. So.
Yeah, as long as you get those parts in there that are like that everybody knows, then that's fine. But the rest of it doesn't matter. Yeah,
I think so. And really, like I said, in Destiny, we went to Turkey. And I remember walking the streets of it's called Istanbul, and like fucking dark. It was dark, and we thought like there's gonna be like explosive in every corner, but there was none.
He also asked, do we ever have a chance of any Guitar Tab books? But I guess probably not, right?
There is a chance. I'm now in touch with the Japanese, and they are the best in this. So I would really like to publish like the complete works of mine, but that would be like 24 album.
Yeah.
Maybe the Stratovaris album would make sense. So
Maybe.
I have to tell to my manager to hook up with some publishing companies, because I think it's a good idea.
Yeah, I think so too.
I would do it for sure.
Let's see. Mine. This guy really wants you to write a book. Is there any chance that Timo will write a book about guitar technique, especially when it comes to fast soloing, like scales, runs, patterns, sequences?
Yeah, fucking. The fast solo is nothing. It only takes practice. Like I did since I was 16, 8 hours a day for 10 years. You have to invest this, because there are no shortcuts.
Right. Yeah.
You gotta do the work. You gotta do the homework.
Yeah.
There is no other way. And I see a lot of guitar players today. They play really like their technique is not so good, but they still try to play the same way, like me, for example. But
right. Yeah.
I can play really fast, but I know exactly what I'm playing. At the same time, I'm improvising, but I know I don't have to think. In the creation, when you are creative, when you do something with that creative stuff. You cannot introduce a thought.
Right.
So when I play, I'm not thinking about anything. I just let it flow.
Yeah.
And sometimes when I'm approaching the solo, I get a fearful thought. I'm like, solo comes. So then I fuck it, Timo. Just do it. And,
Yeah, it takes years to practice.
You learn these things. And the therapy really helped me too.
Yeah. I actually had Zach Stevens on yesterday. I did a interview with him. And we talked briefly about the thing that he did with you. And he was even saying the same thing. Like when he started out singing, the school that he went to, they gave him a book about this thick or whatever, and they said, we're gonna go through this whole book within a couple months, but then none of this is gonna click until 7 years from now.
I know.
So he had to practice and practice and practice. And 7 years, like you said, 7 years came, and it clicked with him, and he finally got it, and he understood, what he was doing. Yep. Let's see what else he said.
Great.
Oh yeah, he's a very cool guy. Actually, I'm going to do a second part interview with him because we were just talking so much, we were running out of time. So yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Do you miss your old ESP custom guitars?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Now there's like a plan. I start giving lessons in Prague and like doing masterclass and guitar clinics.
Yeah.
And one of them is like hooked to ESP, so I think I'm gonna renew the old contacts there, and maybe so.
Yeah, that'd be cool. And he also says, did you have to pay for them, or did you have an endorsement?
No, never. Endorsement. For 10 years. So they built like around 14 guitars.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Do you know the exact... Jesus Christ, this guy. Do you know the exact specifications of your ESP custom guitars, and would you share it with us? Do you know your specific specifications?
Well, I only know that the fretboard is scalloped, so it's like Ingve, black.
It's got what? Because
I did it. It's scalloping.
Scalloping, okay.
Scallop. So I did it to my first Strato to myself. I bought like this stuff with a paper and lemon oil. And, yeah, but then they stole it, and I got a Kramer. I'm the same as the Kramer. Until like I think Destiny, or actually Elements. Yeah, I have like Floyd Rose. But
disappeared. He's gone forever. Oh no. He's never gonna come back. God damn you, Patrick. You asked too many goddamn questions. He's gone. Weird.
It's hotel.
You're gonna have to go to another hotel. Are you there now? Are you there?